Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, Love. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On first down, it's Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. But he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Love now. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
New York.
First down, Love to pass. He's got this one completed to Mims. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. On 1st and 10, Love. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and their first down. And running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Short of the goal line.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Jets, nothing.
This is Breida, and he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Texans 14. Jets 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
For the Texans.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And that's caught out wide by Cooks. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
The score, Texans 21. Jets.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Love, they go play action now. Flush to his right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
At 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson eluding the pressure right, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Watson now on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sheldon Rankins providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete.
Pass
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The throw complete here to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
To throw now, here's Love. He'll air this one out for Mims. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On 2nd down, Love once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Lonnie Johnson picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads
on 2nd and goal. Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
To the air yet again, Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. C.J. Mosley. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Working out of the gun. Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ross Blacklock. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Love from the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They're indeed going for it. Here's Love. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. To the air again, Love. That'll be complete to Breida. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches at the Texans' 22-yard line.
Again, it's Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Watson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Foster, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Texans 34.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get pick up the yardage that way.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Jets 7. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
Well, I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Jets 7.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A second down throw for Love. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time, but it's going to be second down. Throwing again. Love. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
On first down, it's Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Back to the air, Watson on second down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It got his man complete. The 30, 10.
What a play.
Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans add on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. On first down, Watson. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom, he took advantage of it.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go, 24, Mike 31.
Watson on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. As a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The end result, 21 yards. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Watson looks to throw again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes his job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And it's
from the gun, Love. And now here is another interception. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Second down, Love. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's third down. One last shot now for Love. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Jets 7.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody.